Welcome to Astrodology, the podcast that brings you knowledge, wisdom, and principles that can help you find the peace and comfort we all seek and deserve in our lives. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Astrodology with Astrid. I hope you're really enjoying this summer heat. Not a fan of it, but hey, I love how beautiful it is outside with all the plants and the greenery. So today we're going to talk about one of my favorite subjects, and I guess you could say it goes along the lines of manifestation. But this is kind of an alert, a heads up, because although we're in the thick of summer, late summer as we get into July and August are really powerful times to plant your metaphorical seeds. I call it time to create some magic, because whenever I've planted something from seed and put it in the dirt and watered it and gave it sunlight and it grew, how great did I feel to see that happen. So we're the same as humans. We're entering a time of year, so while we're having fun and while we're a little more relaxed, it really is a great time to think about creating and planting those seeds that you want to be able to harvest when we get to the beautiful fall season. So here we are. I'm recording this on July 9th. And we have until probably the middle of August to plant some seeds. But I'm going to call out a very important date, because seed planting, metaphorical seed planting, the best time to do it is during a new moon. So the next new moon will be on August 4th. August 4th, 2024. New moon in Leo. And Leo, this is a beautiful time because Leo is all about riches. It's all about taking your life, taking charge. It's all about leadership. So that's going to be a beautiful time to start to plant some seeds and work some magic. Another date to call out, really mark this down, is 8/8, August 8th, the 8th day. We're in an 8 year. We're going to have a triple 8 day. And I'm going to do a separate download on just 8/8, but it's called the Lion's Gate. So what a powerful time. This is the time to plant those seeds so that they can come up in the fall. So we have just about 4 weeks left to plant, to plan, to seed, and make our intentions known. So during this time, we want to write them down. We want to say them out loud. We want to whisper them in your dreams, and we want to meditate on them. You know, the last message from this new moon from Cancer was all about appreciating and believing what we do have, what we have right now. And while time is not limitless, we have more of it when we appreciate and utilize every moment of living, one moment at a time, one day at a time. You know, we looked at what do you really want to bring to fruition and plant, in quotes, in these next, let's say, 6 weeks. It's really time to get serious and take some serious time to create your own magic. We are the creators of everything in our lives. And while there are external forces that, slow us down, block us, get in our way, make us frustrated, if you believe you are the creator of your existence, life gets really magical. What is the meaning of magic? Number 1, containing and building energy and directing it towards a specific purpose or intention. Number 2, the power of apparently influencing the course of events by using mysterious or supernatural forces. Now, being a crazy crystal lady and a person that believes in everything, of course, I naturally like definition number 2, mysterious or supernatural forces. I also like to call this God. I also like to call this source. I like to call it angels, archangels. We're not alone here, folks, on this planet. We are assisted and guided if we'd only just tap into it. Life is truly a mysterious and magical place. And many philosophers bemoan the fact that our quest to know and understand everything about life, nature, the cosmos, God, etc., we start to lose our enjoyment of the mystery of life. So let's come back to this, because as we talk about planting seeds, we have to talk about gardening. So gardeners already know this, but the best time to plant is mid to late summer. It's the best time to start planting seeds in order to extend your harvest window into autumn. And so if you want to have things come to fruition in the fall, again, we have to do it now. Take a risk in life, taking a chance or risking to do something new. Maybe this is something to plant a seed of something you've always wanted to do, a new job, a new hobby, can be also similar to planting a seed. During the winter time, because when winter comes around, it's also a time when winter is about rest and renewal, and it allows us to regenerate and create new energy and purpose. And winter time is truly about fall and celebrating. When we get to October, November, December, they're the high months where we're socializing and we're active. So we're not going to be thinking about planting seeds. We want to be reaping the harvest that we've already planted. There's a great quote by Robert Louis Stevenson from his book, "Don't judge each day by the harvest you reap, but by the seeds that you plant." And literally a new habit that we could take on and stack is to plant a seed, new seeds every single solitary day. So the idea is an intention is planting a seed. Journaling with gratitude is planting a seed. I love this thought from goldenpoppyherbs.com. One vital lesson that we can observe in seeds was understood by our ancestors on a deep level. We see this lesson interwoven in the ancient Greek mythology of Persephone, or in the mystical Mesopotamian legend of Inanna. Examples of goddesses who learned their greatest lessons by embracing death and who emerged stronger after experiencing the underworld. Seeds are a metaphor for this as well, for they cannot emerge without the underworld. Seeds are often produced in the final stages of the adult plant's life cycle, a product of sacred death, making way for the new beginnings of life. Seeds require darkness before light and rise from time spent going inward in the depths of the nurturing arms of soil. Seeds do not emerge until they are truly ready, when the conditions are right for them to grow and embrace the light to continue to strengthen and stand tall. This is a powerful lesson in a world that tends to only focus on the light. While it is important to look for the positive and for the areas of expansion, if we only do so, we will burn out. Like seeds, we too are beings of complexity, dancing in many shades of this duality. We too require seasons of turning inward and of reflection by building awareness of our shadow and how to address those parts that we would rather stay in the underworld. We only continue to cultivate a situation where we can stand taller in the light. Amen. What a beautiful thought, because it's so true. Some people think that, there's thinking and there's contemplation. When you're in a crisis and you have things going on, you need to sit back. Contemplation allows you to look at a situation from all sides, from every angle. So I love that thought about we do need to rabble ourselves. Sometimes we're going to be in the soil. We're going to be in the dark. And that's normal. What happens is we start finding these periods as abnormal. And the more we embrace and accept it like a cycle, we speed through it kind of fast. So this is, it's mysterious world what goes on underground, isn't it? So life is a mysterious and magical place, So Albert Einstein, who believed in both God and science, said it best. He said it best about mystery. The most beautiful thing we can experience is the mysterious. It is the source of all true art and science. He to whom the emotion is a stranger, who can no longer pause to wonder and stand wrapped in awe, is as good as dead. His eyes are closed. The insight into the mystery of life, coupled, though it be with fear, has also given rise to religion. To know what is impenetrable to us really exists, manifesting itself as the highest wisdom and the most radiant beauty, which our dull faculties can comprehend only in their most primitive forms. This knowledge, this feeling is at the center of true religiousness. So he's basically saying that, he goes on to say that we are here to enjoy the magic of life, the mystery of life. As a scientist, Einstein said, we're not really here to learn and know about every single thing. We need to save whole. Sometimes things just are. Can't we just relax and accept that sometimes things just are the way they are and just enjoy that? And, we are a mystery. We as human beings are a mystery, even to our family and closest, dearest friends. We are still unknown to whom we really are. The idea is that we are growing and unfolding every day. It is virtually impossible to stay the same. This becomes the biggest complexity in relationships and in careers when we try to stick ourselves in a quote-unquote norm or how we always are. Again, the idea is that if we're growing and evolving, every day we wake up, we're in a different kind of lens or world. The truth is that most people are not spending time to understand and learn about who they are, and they never will. We must understand that when we make ourselves better, the world becomes better. We are contributing to the energy flow in life, and yes, our little lives matter, as this world would not be the same had we not been born. We all naturally create magic every day. We all naturally create magic every day. It's called sleep dreaming. Dreaming is a magical state in which we enter a surreal world. Some theorists believe that the dream state is our real existence and that the daily life is the dream world. Quote from Edgar Cayce, "Dreams are today's answers to tomorrow's questions." So, it's a really good time to contemplate what seeds are you planting maybe on a daily, hourly basis. What seeds are you really, really planting? I read this next thought from Lizzie Shutt, S-H-U-T-T. I share this message about planting seeds, designing your garden of life, and constantly reevaluating the patterns in your life because I want you to know that you have the power to heal yourself, the world, and live the fulfilling life of your dreams. And it requires you to dig around in the soil of your mind to find the seeds, to choose consciously which to nurture and which to weed. It is our own minds that will keep watering the seeds of doubt, fear, and excuses that keep us small. Take a step this week beyond this fearful mind and notice what feels like consciously choice to water them, and catch yourself making a judgment. Refrain from lying, do no harm. Take another step towards nurturing the good seeds like gratitude, extending generosity, supporting a loved one. You can't plant a seed and expect to pick fruit tomorrow. Growing trees takes time, care, and faith in the future. Every thought and experience we have lived through either plants a new seed or waters an old seed, therefore making it grow. There are good and bad seeds. So she makes an excellent point that whatever seeds we germinate, they will grow, whether they're good seeds or bad seeds. And unfortunately, as humans, we have this horrible habit of focusing on the negative and focusing on the negative seed, the bad seeds, I should say, and instead of focusing on the good seeds that we plant all the time. Abraham Lincoln said, "If I had an hour to solve a problem, I'd spend 55 minutes thinking about the problem and 5 minutes thinking about solutions." So as you're planning, as you're thinking about the seeds of change, the new things, the consistent things you want to harvest, spend the majority of the time just thinking about it, just contemplating, ruminating in your mind. It may look to an outsider as you're sitting in a chair contemplating that you're doing nothing, but a lot goes on in the brain. Abraham Lincoln also said, "Give me 6 hours to chop down a tree, and I will spend the first 4 sharpening the axe." Really, when it comes to bringing things to fruition and manifestation, I am the worst at this, is patience. It really is patience. Things sometimes take time. And again, speaking of the metaphor with seeds and planting and gardening and harvesting, there are 4 seasons for a reason. Sometimes we are going through a season in life. And if you look back, whenever you were during a trial, a tribulation, it may have lasted 1, 2, 3 seasons. It just varied. But things typically come in seasons, and you may go through a rough season, but when that next season comes, you should be in a better place than you were when you started, going down through the difficult times. The law of attraction, manifestation, and creating what you want all point to focusing on visualization, dreaming, and feeling into what it is that you want. Thus, spend the majority of your time focusing on the what it is that you want, and less time of the how to get what you want. Paulo Coelho, who wrote the book The Alchemist, said, "When a person really desires something, all the universe conspires to help that person to realize his dreams." I have definitely been a recipient of this. It's the possibility of making a dream come true that makes life interesting. And interesting is one of my absolute favorite words because I have a very judging mind. I'm an ENTJ. If you know anything about Myers-Briggs testing, I'm an extroverted, intuitive thinking judger. So when someone says something, if I can't say anything positive, especially if I don't know them, I would say interesting. Just a side note. So the best time to start and create magic is during the new moon. So again, on August 4th, 2024, we have a new moon in Leo coming in. This is a new moon cycle. And so a new moon is always a very, very powerful time. It's like a clean slate. And it's about rewriting, re-editing. It's all the RE words. When I say create magic, I mean doing everyday things in an extraordinary way by earnestly giving them your full attention. So during these next 6 weeks, spend time daydreaming and luxuriate in feeling. Spend time writing, ask and name. Spend time coloring, graphing, doodling, i.e. a vision board or a action board. Spend time visualizing by drawing a mental picture. Spend time praying. God listens. Spend time reading. Inspiration comes from it. Create a ritual and do it daily. Do it daily. Just a small ritual. Could be something simple as just lighting the same candle every day as you just fill yourself and your mind with gratitude. Work with crystals. I love crystals. I mean, there's no doubt how much I love crystals, but crystals need to be programmed. It's great to purchase a crystal, but every crystal that you touch and that you want to support you needs to have an intention. They need to be programmed in order to put them to work. So you simply take the crystal, you hold it, and you tell the crystal, I command this crystal to hold the energy of, and you fill in the blank with whatever support or energy or mindset that you need that crystal support in. And it works. Start any and all of the above during the first 3 days of this new moon and continue until the next new moon. Dedicate, make a commitment, and allot time each day to work on your magic. So again, the week of the new moon in Leo, we're getting into the 8, the Lion's Gate. 4 goes into 8 twice. So that is partnership, that is support, that is collaboration. So again, August 4th, new moon, the first 3 days. So August 4, 5, 6, and August 8th is the 8-8 gateway. Now, even though I'm calling out the new moon for Leo, whenever you hear this message, look it forward and find the next new moon that's closest to you. Like anything, this message is universal. So whenever you hear it, you're meant to hear it. So if it's past 8-4, if it's past 8-8, the timeliness of your hearing it is spot on. Another thought from Paulo Coelho, the alchemist. But he was able to understand one thing. Making a decision was only the beginning of things. When someone makes a decision, he is really diving into a strong current that will carry him into places he had never dreamed of when he first made the decision. Amen, amen, amen. And a final thought from Lizzie Shutt. How we understand our life experiences, the mind interpretation, results in what kind of seeds are planted. To believe that how you see something is the only way it can be seen is fundamentally incorrect. So it's time to create some magic, folks. This is our gift that we've been given to emote, to create, to visualize, and to manifest. Let the mystery of the unknown be a part of your path as you create, craft, and dream, and become excited by mystery. We can have our ideas and dreams, and since we don't have all the answers, it becomes very potent when we ask and then say, this or better. Namaste, everybody. Thank you so much for listening to this episode of Astrology with Astrid. Plant those seeds of intention and make some magic and get ready for an amazing and exciting, mysterious, and interesting fall season. Namaste. Thank you for listening to Astrodology. If you enjoyed this episode and would like to help support the podcast, please hit the subscribe button and tell your friends about it by sharing this program on social media. You can also follow me on Instagram at Coda Life Goddess or at codalife.com. Coda is C-O-T-A, Coda Life Goddess or codalife.com. Thank you again for listening to Astrodology, and I'll see you next time.